Hello everyone, it is Foul Play here and we're back here today for some more Modern. So today I'm going to be picking up Enchantress. So perhaps it's a deck that I should have been looking at like a little more, a little quicker. Maybe I should have been a little bit quicker to pick it up than what I have been. Obviously being an enchantment based deck, it shares some small number of similarities with Bogles, but I think it has a lot more resilience because their creature being sacrificed or removed doesn't just lose them the game, right? Their enchantments can still just sit there being very much annoying though. Alright, so sorry about that. I was just updating the list after renting some cards just now. Alright, so essentially what we're doing is we are running around with 20 lands. We've got a whole heap of snow lands here. A few fetches as well, 5 fetches, 12 snow lands. This now enables On Thin Ice's creature interaction. We have ramp in the form of Utopia Sprawl. We have mana fixing or color fixing in the form of Abundant Growth. So when it comes to everything else that is going on, I wonder if I just move that across if I've got another one of those ones. No, I don't. Okay, that's annoying. So yeah, essentially you look to assemble as many enchantments as possible. The two main ones are going to be Stir and Grove, which gives my other enchantments Shroud, and Greater Auramancy, which also gives my other gives creatures you control Shroud, and other enchantments you control also have Shroud. Now, a lot of these different effects probably look a little bit lackluster. We do, however, have multiple instances in the deck of whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. So the first of which is Sithist Harvest Hand, new card from Modern Horizons 2. Yep, cast it, gain a life, draw a card, boom. Enchantress's Presence, in which the deck is named for. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. And I do believe there's... Or maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for the triggers. I think that's it for that side of things. We also have a creature suite of Destiny Spinners, making our enchantment spells uncounterable. It also... jumps up our lands, giving them XX haste elemental. And yep, Sanctum Weaver over here. This is the Enchantment Lord. Add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of enchantments you control, which is, you know, just your whole deck. On top of that, we got some Blood Moons in the main deck. A Banishing Light for some problem permanents. Sigil is a bit of a finisher, so 5 mana. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a 4/4 angel. Emrakul as the spicy finisher, and Solitary Confinement. This card allows you to, not lose life, which is kind of nice. Downside being you skip your draw step, and yeah, you prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Damage dealt, not life loss. It can come into play. Looking at you, Bump in the Night. For our sideboard, we've got the 4th On Thin Ice. We've got 2 Seal of Cleansings. We've got 2 Stony Silence, 2 Suppression Field, and 4 of Leyline of Sanctity and Leyline of the Void. That's the deck. It looks pretty fun. Let's get into a league and see how we do. So I've never played a deck like this before. This is all going to be quite new to me. But the premise should be pretty straightforward as far as the combo decks are concerned, right? Just empty what you can out of your hand and go hard. Match number 1. Lost the die roll against our Harry Potter fan, which Elder Wand 94. I wonder if they were born in the year 94 and their password is Harry Potter related also. Alright, So our opening hand, I think it looks pretty decent. We can turn one a Utopia Sprawl, turn two an Abundant Growth. Seems fine. Utopia Sprawl can go in off Forest. I think I'm fine Utopia Sprawling for green at the moment. I think that's going to be okay for us. Oh, we're versing Affinity. This could be pretty quick. Although, if all they're doing is a turn one Springleaf run, I am very happy. Snow Forest. Opponent gets that Urza Saga happening, and this is where the fun begins, right? Cranial Plating. Yep. Is that all? This has got to be like the slowest Affinity deck ever, if that's the case. Holy smokes. I feel like we're getting lucky here. Oh, we draw the Emrakul. Interesting. No targets for on Thin Ice yet. Might just go ahead and resolve a... Destiny Spinner doesn't really add much value here. I guess we'll just resolve a Stirring Grove. And I think we Abundant Growth this Snow Plains to draw a card. Find another Stirring Grove. Okay, that's kind of nice. We don't have like a draw effect, like a draw engine going yet. But we do have interaction. We are chasing our third land drop though. Kind of frustratingly. Here's the Construct. Opponent going to tap the Construct to equip Cranial Plating. Aha! He saw the line. Nope, he has Shadow Spear. Think we can add white off of this one. Play a Stirring Grove. And all our enchantments have Shroud at this point. I'm going to go ahead and play the Destiny Spinner. At which point, our lands are pretty beefy. Our lands are 6/6s. And if we cast On Thin Ice, they're going to become 7/7s. So just let our opponent do whatever they're doing currently. They could potentially get Pithing Needle and name Destiny Spinner. One of the annoying things that these Affinity decks are doing are they just randomly running Pithing Needle for tutor effect. That has to show you the busted power level of Urza's Saga a little bit though. Another Construct token, so we'll take 7. Currently got access to 5 mana. What we can do is we can sack a Stirring Grove to put an enchantment on top of our library. What enchantment would we potentially be looking for? Probably Solitary Confinement would be really, really excellent. So let's Abundant Growth here. Oh, that's really stupid. I'm supposed to sack the Stirring Grove first. I've just messed up my entire sequence. Look at me go. Alright, we need to choose a land we control from Thin Ice. When it enters, choose a creature an opponent controls. 4/4 Trample Haste. We can add 2, 3. It's not really worth it. Alright, well, I'm essentially just going to look to chump block now. Although Shadow Spear might ruin our day a little bit there. Yeah, I just needed not to punt on the sequencing of my spells. Because I can literally get Solitary Confinement, and it's a 3 mana enchantment, which reads I can't lose life. Opponent has a casual 18 points of damage here. We need to block a decent chunk of this, so we're probably going to be losing one of our lands to do so. Can I not add enough mana here? So annoying. And I need 1 more mana. That's not going to cut it. Alright, so we lose, and it's entirely my fault. We actually had it if I didn't punt. Alright. So Sony Silence seems just a little bit decent here, as does Seal of Cleansing. Suppression Field is okay also, and I'm not sure how in love with my On Thin Ice I am in this matchup. We saw like Destiny Spinner was pretty awful there. I'm not really expecting that many counterspells from my opponent. Blood Moon seems like a pretty easy board out as well. Although it does... Oh, no. Never mind. Blood Moon's really good against Urza's Saga because it just kills the land. There's some weird check with Urza's Saga. Where it needs to see the stage it's on, and if you Blood Moon it, it removes it seeing the stage counters or something like that, and it just dies, gets sacked to state base effects. So Blood Moon is great. I think Banishing Light is probably slow. Though it might do like more of what we want than what On Thin Ice does. Does Emrakul just seem like a little bit unnecessary to you guys? It sort of seems unnecessary to me. Not really expecting that much artifact or enchantment hate from my opponent either. Let's leave Emrakul in. Alright, something like that. On the trimming. Maybe it's supposed to be like Abundant Growth. Fucking another Emrakul in hand, man. Jesus. We do, however, have a turn 2 Stony Silence, and obviously that is very, very good. I'll go ahead and keep. Oh, wow. So we actually just get to shut off their artifact land here. That's pretty busted. Mm-hmm. And that's all they do. Oh, just a million things. We can wait on Blood Moon. It should be good enough to start with. Get attacked for 3. That is fine. Crack this. We have the Stomping Ground here. Find the Solitary Confinement. That's a really good find as well. Opponent actually bricked on a land drop, which means they don't necessarily have Urza's Saga in hand. So do we want to rush Blood Moon or can we develop? I think Blood Moon is fine here. This way, if we draw a land, we can go Stirring Grove plus Solitary Confinement, and they'll protect each other. Alright. So if we get down 2 Stirring Groves, they'll also protect each other. Opponent just tried to play an Urza's Saga, and as I was saying before, because of the way it sees stage counters, it just gets sacked. On Thin Ice, not a bad find. I'm like a little light on white mana here though. So we'll just assemble both Stirring Groves, and then I can Solitary Confinement, and my opponent shouldn't be able to win from there, because we'll stop ourselves from gaining life, from losing life when we cast that one. This will stop us from drawing cards though, but we can sack a Stirring Grove to put an enchantment we want on top. Then we can get to it with On Thin Ice. So I think this is worth it. So it has to be an Enchantress presence type effect here, in my opinion. Oh wait, do I even get to draw it? Because skip your draw step, and I have nothing to help me draw auras. I think I just killed myself by playing that. Never casting Emrakul. Shuffles the graveyard. We lose our effect. Oh, that feels bad. No, I don't think we get any sort of draw effect there. Maybe I'm just supposed to let the Solitary Confinement go, so I can resolve an Enchantress's presence. But then I have to bottom the On Thin Ice, and that feels bad. Yeah, I'm definitely punting. Currently, my opponent has 2 damage. Alright, let's sack our Stirring Grove. We'll get Enchantress's presence on top again. discarding Emrakul, force like the shuffle. Alright, but we get Enchantress's presence down now, which is good. And hopefully we can draw to some stuff now. Hopefully. Beautiful. Misha's Bobble is pretty sad looking this game. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, just brick double land in a row in a 20 card deck. Oh no. Starring Grove. Draw a card. It's a creature. It will do. Alright, not too shabby. We can... Oh, wait. We're on one, and he's got 2 creatures. Never mind. I'm a dingus. Alright, well, we did actually have that one, but we punted. So that's very unfortunate. I'll just take the 2 like a man. Considering we're dead anyway. Okay. It's definitely a very different deck to what I'm used to playing. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad though. Sadly enough, it was the Mem Knights that had the final and last laugh there. That's a little bit hilarious. See, I just needed to wait on my solitary confinement. I rushed it. If I'd have put the Enchantress's presence on top first before I'd cast the solitary confinement, I would have been able to start comboing cards. Alright, match number 2. We lost the die roll again. Not happy about that. Versing Dinabia. Dinabia the first, not Dinabia the second. It says here, my opponent is currently 1-1. We don't really have like any gas auras that draw our stuff, but Greater Auramancy giving Shroud is nice. We're versing a prowess deck and we can turn one on Thin Ice. I think that's okay too. I don't have any information about what my opponent's playing. Maybe this is wrong. I'm very tempted to keep it though. Opponent miles to 6. Alright, let's keep. We're learning. We're learning a new deck. If I mess up, I apologize. Oh, and as a Saga deck. How lovely. Amulet. See, now I'm just looking at whatever we've got going on, and it's looking incredibly sad compared to whatever our opponent's going to be doing. If we on Thin Ice away some Dried Elysian Groves, that could be good. But yeah, turn 1 Amulet offers as Saga is a little bit disgusting. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, they went for a Azusa there. I thought they'd go for the Construct token. Interesting. Just plays double land, resets the Saga count. We're like a little bit flooded at the moment. But I guess that's to be expected with the hand we kept. So I'm just going to go ahead and play as Sanctum Weaver and hope we don't die. Probably supposed to on Thin Ice the Azusa, but honestly I just clicked the wrong land. So yeah, feels bad. Opponent's juggling doubles Urza Saga here. So this is where they get a second Amulet of Vigor and where things probably get dicey. Oh, they're actually going for the construct token here. I'd really like them to do us the favor of taking a turn off. I'm very okay with that. Although with Amulet of Vigor and Azusa, they can generate 8 mana off Selesnya Sanctuary. So they're probably not doing us any favors. And they show us the Growth Chamber as well. Something tells me Talaria West is going to get transmuted here. We might be facing off against a Titan very shortly. I do like having the Sanctum Weaver though. It does give us extra mana. The worst thing to see would be Dryad of Lycian Grove, bounce land, and then prime time. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't think we're dead yet. Although my opponent can give +2 on haste and then double strike, and he can give it to the construct as well. And then he can get Boris Garrison. Yeah. Sorry, then he can go for double strike afterwards. I actually think we are probably dead if he plays it right. Might just run to the bathroom real quick. I'm assuming I'm about to die and I've yielded the turn. Oh, look, he's doing it. Excellent. So he's got the double Titan as well, one off of Summoner's Pact. So if he had the Summoner's Pact, did he transmute the Talaria West for Summoner's Pact? It looked like he did. I think he's still better off going Dryad of Lycian Grove before he does any of this, and then Valakut's just absolutely destroy any chance I have. Plastic mat is a little bit not happy. Alright, that is better. Just gonna, I think, go ahead and concede because they've got A 16. So they've got like 32 damage here as long as they fetch out the right lands, target the right creatures, and I think they could probably do it. I also like think if we're on the play as opposed to on the draw, it makes all the difference in the fucking world too. Stony Silence will not work against Urza's Saga because it's an enchantment land, not an artifact land. Could bring in Suppression Field, it seems kind of awful. I think On Thin Ice and Seal of Cleansing are our best bets, although the fact On Thin Ice is sorcery speed is kind of bad as well. Blood Moon seems like a fantastic card. Banishing Light seems okay. Not really sure how much I love the Solitary Confinement. I think we want to leave in all our draw effects. Potentially made a mistake about that in an earlier game. Might just take out a Destiny Spinner and a Greater Oromancy. Cool. Alright, well, as long as we don't get killed on turn 3, I mean, this is okay. Maybe we mulligan to like a better hand with Utopia Sprawl Blood Moon. Fortunately, I'm like not super crazy familiar with the deck. Warrior Grazer for my opponent. There's a Saga. Here it is. That's how you get turn 1 as a Saga, people. Don't worry about playing it on turn 2 and having it incrementally get you value. Get the fucking thing out on turn 1. Alright, so... I mean, I'm not really seeing much that I want to interact with, so let's just get the Sanctum Weaver out here. Hope that turn 2 Sanctum Reaver on the play is better than turn 2 Sanctum Reaver on the draw. Oh, fucking Dismember, lovely. Why not? You gotta be scared of these Sanctum Weavers that we're putting forth. Jesus, man. Very interesting. Oh, let's pray for no amulet. And... opponent has another Arboreal Grazer. Alright. Not the worst thing to happen. So my turn is basically to untap land Enchantress's presence. Maybe I'm not dead. That is the plan. Maybe not die after casting Enchantress's presence. Opponent 2 cards in hand. You'd like to think they're running out of resources. Makes the construct token, sure. Sacks as a Saga, gets the amulet. Simic Growth Chamber. Smells like a Dryad of Elysian Grove. Oh, Azusa. Better Dryad of Elysian Grove. So I think they only have 2 growth chambers, so they shouldn't be able to Titan from what I know. They might be able to Dryad, play it again. Returning Talaria West. Transmuting Talaria West. Finding Summoner's Pact. Let's bring that one up on display for everyone. A little bit hidden. Let's move it out for you. Alrighty, so every time we cast an artifact or an enchantment, we draw a card. Let's get rid of this Azusa. Seal of Cleansing, fantastic draw, by the way. Always yield. That can enter. Get rid of Azusa. Seal of Cleansing. Get rid of that one. Can't play any more lands here. Am I concerned about the remainder of my opponent's cards? Not really. Let's Abundant Growth this plains over here. Draw a card. Draw another card. Alright. Alright. We have some stuff. So this should hopefully be difficult for my opponent to win through now. We've dealt with the Amulet. We've dealt with the Azusa. They can pact for a creature. But I guess if they've got a Force of Vigor, they can destroy On Thin Ice, Enchantress's Presence maybe, get back Azusa, still go off with Titan. Unless they have exactly Amulet in hand on that line, though, it won't have haste. Alright, opponent lets us pass the turn and untaps. Now is where the big decision making comes in. Big and time-consuming decision-making. I wonder how much better Pillow Fort has gotten since Modern Horizons 2, or whether or not people even bother with it. Because that was running around with the combo of 9 lives, which is Hexproof. Ooh, opponent is doing something. Never mind. Plays a Windswept Heath and passes the turn. No, he gets in there for that 1 point of damage. Sure thing, opponent. So the best thing, in my opinion, we can do is lead on Greater Auramancy. I think. We find the Solitary Confinement, so this should be a lock now. That should not have been targeting that land. I targeted his plains. That's really bizarre. Okay, well. Fun times. Okay. Oh, I have to enchant a forest with Utopia Sprawl, so that's why it didn't work. Okay. Okay, we're learning. Let's add a green with this one. Utopia Sprawl here. Draw a card. Enters. That one can tap for green-white, given the context of the board. Tap. Greater Auramancy. Finds a Stirring Grove. That's really nice. Do I have a land drop here? I do. Okay. So all our enchantments have Shroud. Our opponent has a pretty sad board state. Does not fetch him Windswept Teeth. Excuse me. Dryad of Creepy Dreams. Creepy, strange, thoughted dreams. Alright. Well, that just gets answered by On Thin Ice. We have the Solitary Confinement as well. Really, all we need to just have this match be over is for us to draw another draw effect. But realistically, it's probably just over because we've got Destiny Spinner's passive we can start activating and attacking for a bunch. An absolute bunch. Oh, a bounce land. Returning Windswept Teeth. Not floating the mana. Very intriguing. Oh, wow. Okay, so we just balls to the wallet. Alright, get rid of the Creepy Dryad. I don't really see a need to run out the confinement just yet. So let's just go ahead and do another Enchantress's Presence. Wow, we've bricked fairly hard on the effects. Opponent concedes the game. Alright, cool. So triple draw aura thingy. Turned out to be good enough. Alright, do we want to change anything? Like, Destiny Spinner was a win con. I don't think it's that exciting though. After seeing Dismember, does that make me want Greater Auramancy more? Suppose it would depend on what we're taking out. Yeah, maybe I take out an Abundant Growth here for the Greater Auramancy. Okay, let's go for that. So ideal hand is Utopia Sprawl plus Blood Moon. No Blood Moon, we have an On Thin Ice. This just seems like not very good to me. I think, like, we got a piece of interaction, but we just want to be quicker in my opponent. Opponent keeps 7. Yeah, in my opinion, we want to be quicker there. This does generate mana. It's sort of further away than the last hand was, though. No landers. Hooray. We find our Blood Moon, though. Go team. Alright. So I guess we'll have to keep whatever this 4 is. Bottom a land. I think we actually bottom the Stirring Grove. And do we bottom a land or the On Thin Ice here? We have Abundant Growth, 20 lands in the deck. I think we get rid of On Thin Ice. Doesn't feel good though. Not against our opponent's shenanigans. Oh, an Amulet Ananaz's Saga. That's scary. Random stop on our upkeep. I am sure they'll realize in the next 30 to 40 seconds. Oh, a Stirring Grove. Forest, Abundant Growth. Booyah. Draw that card, team. Let's go. Enchantress's Presence. I mean, we have no way to stop damage or interact with our opponent, but... yeah. I think, like, at the moment we're seeing a decent argument for Path to Exile, or at least some number of Path to Exiles over on Thin Ice, just because the instant speed is very, very significant in a matchup like Titan. Crumbling Vestige. Vestige. Is that a turn 2 Dryad of Grossness? It certainly is. At least our lands suck. Although, this guy fixes them a little bit. Compare the, like, their turn 2 to whatever we're going to be accomplishing. We are way too fair for this matchup. Wait, 1 card in hand. They're running out of shit to do. They can... There's a Saga for not much, I don't think. It's great at Oromatsu, giving us Shroud, protecting us from Valakut. Seems like a decent place to start. So, like, I consider our 7 better than our 4. You'd probably understand why, though. That's a fair difference in card numbers. Fortunately, we can't, like... We can't, like, mulligan to 0 and choose our best hand out of all 8 hands. Sucks. I guess we could say mulligan to 1. That would be a little bit busted for the combo decks, though. That would just be absolutely insane at that point. I guess we are also a combo deck at this point as well. There's a Saga, a double Amulet. Double the fun, people. Double the fun. Plays Talaria West? Question mark. Okay. Oh, look at that mana. That is... Oh, there's the Titan. Oh, this is fun, people. This is really fun. I give you Amulet Titan. Holy shit. Still busted. 2021. Nothing's changed. If anything... It is now more busted. More busted than ever with the addition of Urza's Saga. So he can give haste here, he can attack, he can also go double strike and shit. Although he's used his Vesuva, so... Maybe if he gives double strike, he... This seems wrong. Question mark. Unless he has a second Boris Garrison or a second Vesuva, he's not going to be able to get us. Huh. Has he not made a land drop this turn? Wait, he bounces the Slayer's Stronghold. Or the Vesuva, which is a copy of Slayer's Stronghold. Gotcha. Attacks for 12. Right. I swear my opponent shut himself off of double strike here. Oh, he's just missed the fact that we have Shroud. Okay, well these Valakuts are gonna become awful because they have to shoot him or his creatures. Wait. Enchantments you control and creatures you control have Shroud. So this does not give me Shroud. Okay, never mind. For some reason I thought that gave me Shroud. Cool. Well, that was a good, fun, interactive Magic game where my opponent solitaired for 20 minutes and we eventually lost. I don't know. I think maybe my keeps have been a bit loose. But at the same time, Titan just seems a bit stupid. Maybe I should be playing Titan at the moment. Deck is just a little bit silly. Playing Titan before it gets banned. Wonder how many ticks Titan is worth. Oh, it is the most played deck at 5% of the metagame in the... hold on, in the last 30 days. 5.2% of the metagame in the last 7 days. Still, that's a pretty balanced metagame if it's only 5%. I wonder how much of the metagame that Urza's Saga is making up, because that card is crazy good. Oh, we could actually rent Amulet Titan for the low price of 370 ticks. It's actually quite doable. I have a feeling I know what I'm going to be doing on Thursday. Although, is this version running Urza's Mine? This version's not running Urza's Mine. Or is it? Wait, what's going on? Yeah, Urza's Saga, pardon me. Wait, it is running Urza's Saga and it's still only 300 tickets? Did Urza's Saga tank? 200 tickets. $50 a ticket? Okay. Oh, third die roll lost in a row. Let's go. Hand, however, is a keep. We have a turn 2 Blood Moon. Get the fuck out of here, opponent. Oh, it's Birds of Paradise. It's not Thoughtseize. I get I get scary thoughts whenever I see an opponent shock a black land in turn 1. Alright, well, we'll go for red here. Go for the turn 2 moon. Hopefully that shuts them off pretty hard. Hopefully, also, that they do not have discard effect to stop us. Yawgmoth combo? Grist. You got it. Here is your random creature thing. Getting those insects. Alright, Blood Moon is down. This doesn't interact with enchantments, does it? Sack a creature, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Nope. Wall of Roots for my opponent. That is fine. I guess we have to go for this. White, red. Lose a mana. So I'll just do this so that he doesn't randomly hit some sort of kill spell for one of my guys. Like he can kill a creature by sacking a random spalling or something. So this is fine. We'll just guaranteed when we resolve these Destiny Spinners that they're protected, right? Small little amounts of damage a turn. Not the end of the world yet. You're not too bad. I think I prefer to just go for a mana generating effect though. This could still be Yawgmoth splashing for this Grist creature for whatever reason. I don't know many other decks that would play Young Wolf that are not Yawgmoth. I do actually have a foil Young Wolf in my collection somewhere. I can't imagine it's worth very much being in a common, but you never know. Let's have a quick look-see. Get all distracted and as such. Eldritch Evolution sacking the Wall of Roots. Getting the Yawgmoth. There we go. The namesake card has arrived. It's only ever had one printing. Oh, it's like a $6 foil. That's not too bad. Alright, sacking their young wolf for... they're going to kill our creature. I'm an idiot. I should not have blocked. Wait, they can't. It has Shroud. Haha. Haha. That was 100% intentional. Oh, hello, baby. That's a card and a half. Alright, so if we go here, we'll resolve the Sanctum Weaver. Resolve the On Thin Ice. Go after the Yawgmoth with the trigger. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enchantments. I can just like put another Yawgmoth to the top of their library, and that's a little bit of whatever. So we get access to... Oh, okay, that just happens already. Interesting. Why did I just skip through my entire turn and not get a chance to tap this for mana? Very weird. Noble Hierarch. No, we should still be able to dump hand this turn. So land... Taps for green. No. Taps for white. Add the green here. Cast a Stirring Grove. Always yield. Start gaining that life. Tap this one for green now. Alright, now we should hopefully be cooking. Are we actually like just flooding out here? This is crazy. So I feel like we can now sacrifice this, paying 1 white, putting a card we want on top. I think we just want another card draw effect, like Sithis. So we'll play you, 1 of each. Play you. Ah, I'm an idiot. Okay. We'll lose this one. I am an absolute idiot. Okay. Should have got the Enchantress's present, so I was just focused on the mana values then. However, we can create a 14 power creature next turn and attack our opponent, which should be pretty strong and just win us the game. 14 power trampling lands while we add 14 mana off our enchantments. Now the Yawgmoth. Let's say have get like a Jareth's Messenger and somehow have a way to get it in play. I can't see them doing a huge amount here. They just don't have the black mana, right? They need double black. They've got one ignoble hierarch, and that's about it. So Court of Calling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll get it for 3. We're really getting beaten now. That would suck. Bro, look at all the work we did with our board. This feels so bad if we lose this. Oh wait, are they like... They need to go Court of Calling for 6. Alright? Or are they going for 2? No, they can Court of Calling for 3 then. Okay, I don't know how hard it is to cast Court of Calling, but apparently I can't cast my cards in the correct sequence. So maybe it's harder than I'm giving it credit for. So now they should just have us locked and slowly burst us down, which is obviously very unfortunate. I'm going like uber competitive. I make them go to time here, but there's no point. So he deals 2 damage for every 1 life he loses. He can lose 12 life, so he can deal 24 damage. Or he can lose 11 life and deal 22 damage. And still well and truly lethal. Leyline of the Void's actually good here. Suppression Field is also good. Emrakul seems a little bit cute. Although it also seems like just a lot of fun. I don't know, maybe we want to end, maybe not. I feel like we're trimming pretty hard here, and I'm starting to lose cards I'm willing to cut. Alright, something like that. I really like our hate package of Graveyard Hate, which shuts down their combo, and of Suppression Field, which also shuts down their combo. So we have Graveyard Hate here. We also have a Blood Moon. I mean, it's a keep. It's not the most amazing hand ever. It's not like we're getting Blood Moon out on turn 2. We like lost through turn 2 Blood Moon, by the way. It feels pretty stupid. Pretty sad times right there. And of course we're keeping, we're just waiting on our opponent. Admittedly probably has something a little bit more important to think about than what we do. Let's like adjust this thing so it takes up more of the screen. That looks slightly better, although now it's slightly... cool. Happy with that. It's looking a touch funky before. Happy leaving this Windswept Teeth uncracked, as potentially we get potential we get a red land for Blood Moon. Alright, let's go for the most valuable, powerful card straight out the back and try to get some value off of it if it's not immediately answered. Opponent builds a board state, hits the Thoughtseize, probably strips the Blood Moon at this point. I'd be confused if they didn't take Blood Moon. Like, we need to hit a land to cast it, but I guess we have 4 fetch lands left in the deck and the actual land. Oh, wow. Wow. What an effort from our deck, man. 4 fetch lands left and we hit, like, 2 of the worst cards in our deck. Oh my god. That is just embarrassing. I'm gonna call some bad beats right here. Yawgmoth is got the shit down. Why is he stripping his own creatures? What's the point? And we brick... Oh, to kill our thing. Well, we've just bricked on land for multiple turns here. Cool. Drawing double Leyline and Emrakul. Instead, Blood Moon was originally in hand. Double Leyline, Emrakul. Enchantress's presence is actually fine. It's just... yeah, it's just a bit sad here, though. Cool, this one enters tapped. Leylines will take care of it if it goes to the graveyard. Opponent's going to probably try and kill us the old-fashioned way. Shorter makes me think Blood Moon is too slow. Fuck off, deck. Jesus, man. It's technically a mana source. I couldn't get, like, the Utopia Sprawl instead. Wow, he's actually just sacking both of these just to remove my mana source. I think this is too ambitious. I think this is, unless he didn't realize that Jareth's Messenger is getting exiled forever. Could be the case there. Alright. We're at the mercy of those variants, God. That was our turn 5. And only the 2 lands in our opening hand. Goodbye anything we ever resolve. Ignoble Hierarch. Blood Moon is like just super fucking pointless at this point. Oh, great. Well, fortunately, he's tried his best to punt up until this point. Thank you. We'll Blood Moon. Opponent can crack in response and get a basic. I think we like just bricked for way too long here. He's probably got the Assassin's Trophy to just go pop and then we're just effectively dead from that point. So I assume we're best to wait on the Utopia Sprawl, so maybe we draw something which is garbage. So that gives us a draw off of Enchantress's presence when we cast it. We kind of need to... I don't know. Like the solitary confinement is just not good here. I think we need to hit on thin ice. So Eldritch Evolution sacking the Birds of Paradise means that they can go all the way up to their Jareth's Messenger, and they just need one other creature with Undying to just combo our face off. Where's our water bottle? It's over here. I really thought we had them game one. Like, we had the stupidest board state. But Court of Calling is OP. Hey, look, a Jareth's Messenger. That took 2 minutes of thought time. Good times. Good times, everybody. Did he just lose life off that for some reason? Oh, he's got... Doing the sack effect. Why? Because you can sack Ignoble Hierarch post attacks and kill me. Okay, well that's like fair play. We're just fucking dead. Okay. As long as he sees the line, that is. Cool. I mean, like, we drew our 3 worst cards after being bricked for, what, 3-4 turns on our mana? Yeah. I have a feeling, like, this deck takes a little bit of skill. Like, as far as what good or bad hands to keep are concerned, it's really the impression I'm getting at the moment. And then, yeah, like, nuance misplays on various things that I've done. Nuances of Magic Online as well. Trying to enchant one land and with Utopia Sprawl, and then it just clicks onto a different land. Wonderful stuff. Oh well. I think this is like probably a meta deck when the metagame isn't too fast, like as far as combo is concerned. Alright, so this would be our 4th out of 5th die roll that we've lost also. Sorry, 3rd out of 4th. 3rd out of 4th die roll we've lost for match 4 here. Versing Brasted Tor. I would assume this hand is fine, but you never know. On the draw, it's like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's all find out together. Turn 2 Enchantress's presence is pretty enticing. If I'm just versing a counterspell deck with this many lands, I'm just fucked. It is really that simple. I might pretend I'm Ponza. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I pretend I'm Mono Green Devotion. If I draw Blood Moon, I might want to go for Blood Moon, but it looks like there may be blue red control. Let's go for green. Steam vents intapped. Exciting times. Spy Bluff Canal. Storm. Storm creature. Is it a storm creature? It's prowess. Okay, well, we're not dead yet. I like the fact we're not dead yet. If this was Storm, I'd be a little more upset, I think. Still, I'm sure my opponent has turn 3 kills. One way or another. Play out our thing. Next turn we can play 4 mana worth of enchantments, and we have 4 mana worth of enchantments in hand. I would still like to draw an on thin ice if possible. Opponent smacking in there. In blocker step, he's counting how much damage he wants to try and do. I'm gonna go out on a limb for my opponent and say as much damage as freaking possible. Killing this seems good. My opponent is probably holding Counterspell up here though. That sucks. So we're actually able to resolve that, which is somewhat confusing to me. Now we can play a Destiny Spinner. We draw a Blood Moon, and we draw another Blood Moon. Alright. All the Blood Moons we could ever want now. Don't forget our Destiny Spinner has Shroud. Loving it. So they're just holding like Opt? No? Question mark. So note now at this point, our enchantment spells are uncounterable, our creature spells are uncounterable, and everything except Greater Auramancy as far as our enchantments and enchantment creatures are concerned has Shroud. Not going to block here because then he can like permanent prowess it up, and obviously that's really bad. Oh look, a Lava Dart. Cool. Cool. 4 mana, so access to 5 mana next turn. We're just dead. So our opponent just killing us. Well, we go to 4. That's not dead. That's a good draw. In my opinion. So take my opponent's thing. And at this point, we'll put out a Sanctum Weaver, get 1,000,000 mana for next turn. Alright, and we can draw 1,000,000 cards too. If they don't somehow burn out someone on 4 with 2 to 3 cards, we might actually get something done. Attack for 2. Can we do it? Oh boy, a Sprite Dragon. It's a land, so dodging Lightning Bolt or Lava Dart at this point. You really got it, opponent? Do not. Good. Good, good, good. Play this thing. Alright, so we should, in theory, have some sort of a powerful combo going here. And we get to start gaining life as well, which is obviously very nice. I think in response to this, I'm probably supposed to stack my Stirring Grove. So I'm going to add a bunch of white mana here. If I can, before I muck everything up. Alright, so white mana, sack Stirring Grove. But the thing that says we cannot die on top, which is Solitary Confinement. Draw said confinement. This enters, draw another card. Cool. Alright, at this point, we have them locked out. Cool. Awesome, 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 awesome. Scary stuff. I will take it though, not you. On Thin Ice, Leyline of Sanctity. They come in. Everything else seems kind of eh. Blood Moon also seems kind of eh. Maybe an Abundant Growth out as well. And I have a feeling like Emrakul's just a little bit slow. Maybe, maybe not. Let's get rid of the Emrakul. Alright, cool. Submit that and get into it. So once you are able to assemble the draw engine, or the value engine, that draws you cards, it's pretty difficult to falter. As soon as you have two of these out, it makes a big difference. Considering 40 cards in our deck are enchantments, yeah, well, I guess it's maybe slightly less because of the Emrakul. It's only 39 normally. A lazy 39. So I didn't include it in this list, but I did pull it up for maybe if I play the deck again. Hall of Generosity should definitely be in the deck in my opinion. Put target enchantment card from your graveyard on top of your library. Hits your creatures, hits your other enchantments. What more could you want, right? Unfortunately, it's only on top of your library. It's not into your hand or anything, but this deck does have ways to draw auras, draw cards. Abundant Growth being one of them. Maybe I can get rid of Stomping Ground for an Abundant Growth here. I think that's okay. 19 lands is a little low, but we are on the draw. We do have a lot of other mana sources in the deck as well. Oh, looks like we get to have our match now. Oh, buddy. We have got the Leyline of Sanctity and an On Thin Ice in our starting hand. Yeah. Snap. It's a one-lander, but this is so gas considering the prowess deck we're versing. Okay. Just blew my nose briefly there. Sorry about that. Did, however, mute it so you guys didn't have to hear the horrible trumpet blow. Okay, 1 damage. Another on thin ice. Beautiful. Crack. Get forest. Snow forest should be fine here because we have abundant growth. Land? No, stop. We want mana, deck. Do not do this shit to us again. Still, if he like doesn't commit anything to menacing and we on thin ice away his Swift Spear, I'm still pretty happy with that. Okay, mana, even better. Do I even need to rush this out? I think rushing this out is fine. Especially against like Counterspell. They could have Counterspell at 2 mana. Spell Pierce. Alright, well this just works out quite nicely for us actually. Because we have a second on thin ice ready to do our bidding. Alright. That's some good plays right there. I'm going to go out on a limb and say our opponent is very unlikely to win if they don't hit their land drop here. Even though, you know... Oh wow, they bricked. That is so unfortunate, man. That would feel really bad. I've definitely been there before. Alright. Enchantress's presence is like a pretty straightforward cast. They have another spell pierce. Whatever. They do? You actually have it? Wow, that feels bad. That feels like really bad. Mono spell pierce prowess. Cast a creature. Cast a creature. Come on. Come on, opponent. Gut shots themselves to presumably cast Stormwing Entity. That's a little bit funny. That's one way of getting him out. We sort of have a second white mana source. I kind of want to split it. Does that make my turn awkward? Not really, I don't think. We probably have enough white. Can just get green off of it. Green, white, Stirring Grove. Now we want to sack Stirring Grove and look for an enchantment. I think it has to be something that draws cards. And I'm going to get Silithus, and then I'll resolve Greater Oromancy into Sithis, and it'll have Shroud and stuff, and then Solitary Confinement will start drawing us cards. So, unorthodox. Doing that in my own turn instead of my opponent's. But I think it makes our mana at least awkward. You really got mutagenic growth here, opponent. It really feels like he's pondering a mutagenic growth. And of course that card is fantastic in this spot. There it is. A casual what's that? 4 points of damage for 2 life. Pretty good. I swear to God, if he has another one, that's very upsetting. Wow. Did you just, like, take out all of your burn spells for just mutagenic growth opponent? What's going on here? This is a fucking joke. How am I supposed to deal with that much damage, man? I don't think casting Solitary Confinement really does anything for us here. So we can just cast Sithis, cast Greater Oromancy, gain a life, draw a card. Hope somehow he doesn't have any prowess effect, although we're just dead. We just can't. That sucks. That sucks. Why can't they have Lightning Bolt this game? That's so dumb. We are up a game. We do see a game 3. But I'm salty. Very, very salty. Do they see the line? Oh, damn. They see the line. Man, we need to start running one of these in snaring bridges or something. Feels bad. Alright. So, anything we want to change post-board? Like, that double Spell Pierce sort of actually wrecked us as much as I was joking around about it. Bring land back in on the play. This thing just seems slow. Get rid of it. The deck is good enough on its own without those top-end things. I think they're just a flashy finish when it comes down to it. We have a Shroud effect, no turn 1 play, no ramp, no... Yeah. Like, this seems kind of medium. Our stuff then becomes uncounterable. It's just slow. Of course, we... wait, no, this is green mana. I thought that was a plains there for a second. Alright, we can keep bottom a ley line. Play a ley line. And then go to town, right? Opponent deciding whether or not they like their 6 at the moment. We know ours is acceptable. Cool. I think I want to Abundant Growth here before a Utopia Sprawl. Just to try and dig that land deeper, right? Card deeper to make sure we make our land drop. Okay. Because turn 2 Sanctum Weaver seems like something we wouldn't really do. I mean, we can do it. We will, given the chance. But I want to do land first instead. Alright. Get ready for that Spell Pierce, people. Here it is. Here it is. Spell Pierce. This is your uber punishing for in my opinion, making the correct decision with our turn 1 enchantment. Wow, we actually get to resolve it. That's pretty awesome. Alright, we'll go for green on that one. Seems the majority of our hand is green, and this can tap for white anyway. Comes the Sprite Dragon. Alright, mana, so we can Enchantress. Beautiful. I don't care we're taking damage. That is what we want. I really wish I didn't have to individually click those mana symbols. Come on, Magic Online. It's a bit ridiculous. Alright, that's down though. So we've got our card draw engine now. Hopefully, we're able to draw into an On Thin Ice and start answering these creatures. Or protect our Sithis with another effect. I think I'd prefer answers to their creatures first before I find my protection though. Double Sprite Dragon. Get ready for triple mutagenic growth this time. I shouldn't call it out. It's just what happens. Should be playing this first. I'm an idiot. Oh, too late now. And suddenly I'm happy. Is this Spell Pierce again? Fuck me, man. You gotta be kidding me. I should have gone for one of my creatures to play around Spell Pierce. That's just like so stupid, man. That's so stupid. I've never seen a Prowess deck with so many copies of this card. They must be running like 8 copies at this point. Okie dokie, triple creature, is that all? Oh dear god, expressive iteration. Manamorphose, even better. Strap yourself in, people. We're about to get pumped. Oh, yikes. Jump block. That's a bit of damage, opponent, don't you think? Ten puts us to 1. No other effects, no lava darts in the graveyard. I'll take the 10. That's a very good start. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 sources of white this game. Oh, this hand, right? So Leyline, not the best. Also, I'd like to point out not a single lightning bolt. Not a single actual bolt effect from my opponent. Seven green. Okay. Alright, we actually pog into the On Thin Ice. That's huge. Let's keep gaining life, drawing cards. The second one's less good. Look at all this absolute nonsense that we've drawn. Alright. So after we take the Sprite Dragon, I think it's very unlikely we lose this one. And we have to go to discard step and ditch a bunch of lands and probably Leyline. What an absolute ripper of a turn that was. That was wild. Actually, I don't like discarding that one. How do I undo that? Okay, cool. Land, land, land. Because if he kills this Sithis, I want to have another one that gains me life, right? We're not going to utilize more than one mana in our next turn. And this next turn pretty much will win it for us. If we can get there. Oof, opponent concedes. Alright, well, I've never seen a Prowess player dodge Lightning Bolt more in my life, but we somehow scraped it by the skin of our teeth at the very end there, and I'm very grateful to do so. See, I really like the main configuration of this deck, but honestly, both Emrakul and Sigil, they feel a bit greedy. I know you can fetch Sigil off of your Stirring Grove and things like that, which probably makes it the better win condition than Emrakul. They just feel a bit cute, you know. Maybe this deck is just a bit too cute though, right? Okay, match number 5. Lost our 4th of 5 die rolls against Boy Triton. And we've got a turn 2 Blood Moon with creature interaction, so I'm going to keep. Seems good enough to me. My opponent was last seen 6 days ago playing Merfolk. And my goodness, did Merfolk get the buff. Merfolk is a very powerful deck now. I should play some Merfolk. Merfolk looks like a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. Well, the really awkward thing about Utopia sprawling my land here is if my opponent has Tideshaper and they turn this into a forest, into an island, sorry, my Utopia Sprawl will fall off because my land's no longer a forest. That would suck. But yeah, we'll see what happens. They don't necessarily have Tideshaper in their opening hand until they do. Sweet. Awesome. I'll take it. Vanishing Light isn't bad either. Let's shut off their mana to start with, though. And we take a bit of damage to do that, but it is well worth it. My opponent got a 1-drop like Kumena's Speaker off the vial. They do not. There's the Cavernous Souls. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Blood Moon is a stupid, stupid card. Oh, wow. And we draw Enchantress's Presence as well. I kind of feel like casting a Banishing Light and answering the Ether Vial is probably the best move here. And then we can Utopia Sprawl here and Utopia Sprawl for white. Opponent goes for Silvergill Adept. I mean, they could go into like a Force Negation. They could draw the Force Negation off this. Wow. Okay, this is just a little bit unfair at this point. Now I'll go for white. Cool. That's so broken, man. In this specific set of circumstances, that is very broken with our one-off Banishing Light. Oh, well, alright. Bring in the extra on Thin Ice. I think Blood Moon still has a decent chance to be good. Shuts off like half their lands. Maybe it's not worth 3 slots, maybe it's worth 2. It's potential for like Suppression Field to be okay, but I don't think it affects Kicker. I don't know. What do you mean? This is literally a thread. Without training grounds. Okay, cool. It's not what we're looking for. Maybe I'll just look at the Gatherer website and look at the rulings on there. Suppression Field's ability does not affect static abilities, triggered abilities, or mana abilities. An ability that produces mana is not... A mana ability is an ability that produces mana, not an ability that costs mana. Activate abilities contain a colon. They're generally written cost effect, some other word. Activate abilities and their colons in the reminder text. Not really sure. I guess without knowing, I'm just going to run it back. I assume we're okay placed in the matchup anyway. So, like, yeah, that's pretty fortunate that our opponent didn't have a better hand that was much more aggressive and that Blood Moon was just OP. On Thin Ice is also very, very impressive, and even if we don't have green mana, I feel there's a very strong argument to keep this hand. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Oh, says my opponent's double queuing in a new to MTGO Modern Gauntlet. Oh, better look out for that Modern Gauntlet. Let's see if Tideshaper just poops all over our planes here. That would suck, but we can get out from underneath that as the game goes on. Destiny Spinner, a strong medium. Just a master of the Pearl Trident. You know what? I'm okay with that. I am very okay with that. Mana? What is coming? Oh my god, why have you got to stop on the upkeep if you're double queuing, man? Like, just go away. Jesus. We brick. Super lame. If they Tideshaper my planes to an island, it shouldn't answer. So turn 3 Ether Vial. It shouldn't remove the snow typing on my land to my knowledge. Opponent down to 2 cards in hand. Did they mulligan or something? Or they kept a 6. Okay. Deck. Oh, fuck off, man. Jesus. What a joke. I feel like this is a pretty reasonable keep, honestly. And we're just being punished for no good reason. 20 land deck. With like 16 green sources, I think it is. Yeah, 16 green sources. And just seeing no mana whatsoever. Well, goodbye to white mana, but that doesn't really stop the snow effect there, right? This thing, counter on 1, hit for 2. Come on. Wow. I don't even know what to say. That's a 3 in 19 chance. That's pathetic. That's our turn 4, and we 3 out of 19 it. Oh my god. That should shut down our white mana. It's not gonna shut down too much else. Make Mutavolt, attack. You got a Lord on the Vial or not? No. Honestly, like, I don't know why my opponent's playing Spreading Seas. It's not very good at the moment. Especially not when you have access to Tideshaper. I wish I could concede, but the game's just not over. It just isn't. It's getting closer to over after that, though. They just need Thayloon. And then it's super GG. Why are you casting the Lord if you got a Vial on 2? I smell another Lord here. Getting attacked for 9. Vial tricks? No Vial tricks. Right, so you didn't tick Vial up. I don't get it. I do not get it, and I don't get my draws either. What the fuck, deck? Okay. It's like half their lands are going to be islands. Blood Moon just seems pretty average to me. They got Spreading Seas. Probably Cleansing. Seal of Cleansing is better than Blood Moon. Hits Mutavolt, Aether Vial, Spreading Seas. Yeah. I can cast it when I draw only white mana. What's with these shit hands, man? What the fuck? It's like so slow and average. No. Oh, fuck off. Speaking of shit hands. Why is this one of in all of my hands? What the fuck is going on, man? Keep, ditch, also ditch. Those are the right cards, right? Yeah. Cool. Cannot cast a single card in our hand until we draw white mana. But I don't really see a deck like this mulling to 4 very well. So, here we are. Here we are. Thank you, deck. Thank you for behaving this time. Alright, get out. Scythus. Get him out there. That is the card drawing machine. All of my stress is beginning to subside now. Maybe. Possibly. We will see. Plays a Lord. It's not a bad draw. Alright, gain life, draw a card. Fuck. White mana is hard to come by, isn't it? Commander Speaker would punish us for attacking here, so I'm not going to. I haven't seen any green from my opponent, but there's no point throwing away the game. Curse Catcher. You should know that card does literally nothing against us. Tide Shaper. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? It goes after my white mana? Why, opponent? Why? Oh, God. No way, dude. Punish him somehow, please, deck. It's just one hell of a night. What a league. Jesus, man. This is very sad. What the fuck are our draws? And Mero Reedry. Are you just running no Sphaloon? Goodness, that is some damage. 13 damage. I'm not really sure how we beat that. Even slightly, because we're just way too far behind now. Fuck you, deck. Fuck you. Like, look at this garbage we have got in hand here. This is absolutely pathetic. Holy shit. Alright, well, that was a pretty unfortunate league. Oh, it's jumped across to Magic Online over there. I do not know how I feel about this deck. I'm really not a big fan. I think Hall of Generosity is possibly quite a good card here. You need to cut one of Sigil or Emrakul. You can't have both in here. We probably just want to streamline the deck to do something better, as opposed to having all of these like 3 ofs and 2 ofs and 1 ofs and etc, etc, etc. Like we need to hit our effects, or else it's going to be bad. I think like Greater Auramancy at 3 is probably fine. Destiny Spinner might be better suited to 4. The mana like feels heaps awkward sometimes as well. Take out a planes. I think 4 planes is maybe too many. At least if that league has anything to go off of. Let's just ditch Emrakul. It's too cute, man. It really is just too cute. Maybe it's like okay in the sideboard for against mill, but like that's it. That's about the extent of it. So something like that. I'm not sure about even how I feel about Blood Moon. Honestly, I think it's like cheating free wins, but it's not really utilizing my own game plan, right? We definitely need some number of Path to Exiles here. So like probably 1 main, 1 side, trimming on thin ice, trimming on thin ice, maybe even 2 paths on the side. Something like that. Solitary Confinement might even be okay at 2. That card's like pretty awkward and expensive. Sideboard, I think, is mostly fine, but Suppression Field, maybe not so much. And yeah, maybe we'll like have 2 on Thin Ice main, 1 Path main, and then take both up to 3 once we sideboard. So we're a little bit better against these aggressive creature decks. I feel like against decks that spewed out creatures, we struggled a fair bit. I feel like decks with heavy counter magic, this would also struggle. Alright, well, that is it for that particular deck. We are on to Bogles now. And I'm just going to update a deck list here. I'll go through a deck tech quickly, and then we'll get into the league. So main deck is unchanged from what I played during the week. Still got the 4 Force, the 10 Hexproof Creature, the second 2 being Invisible Stalker, or sorry, the 9th and 10th being Invisible Stalker. I've still trimmed Curious Obsession from this list currently, with enchantments of Ethereal Armor, Hyena Umbra, Daybreak, Rancor 4. And then we got 3 offs for Staggering, Arcane Flight, and 2 offs for Sentinel's Eyes, Spider Umbra. I love Curious Obsession. I just think maybe it's a little bit inconsistent. As for the sideboard, we are going to be introducing Soul Snare into the sideboard, testing that. We tried Prismatic Ending last time, and that card sucked, but we still went 3-2, so go team. Spoiler alert for anyone watching from home during the week. With this deck also, yeah, I guess we've got our hate package of enchantment and artifact hate with Seal of Cleansing and Force of Vigor. You got Stubborn Denial for some extra counter magic, Deafening Silence for combo decks, such as Cascade decks or against prowess, and some graveyard hate here, and that's about it. All right, let's get into the league. Got the right deck selected. That's a good start. I don't really want to play another Enchantress league, not tonight at least. I think maybe if I was a bit more alert, I could play the deck a bit tighter, but I think I also need to take a serious look at the configuration. The configuration seems a little bit loose to me at the moment. And alright, that deck list should be updated. Looks like the right deck list, perfect. And we'll just update your screen as well, everyone. What's going on here? It does not want to give me the league. There we go. Sometimes if you like click on a random screen and then like re-click the source, the league then shows up for some reason. It's weird. Very weird. Try to make this next league as quick as possible because I really don't feel like a late night tonight. It's already 9:15 and I got like started 5 or 10 minutes late because I was building a new deck and I finished work late and stayed back finishing some shit off. So yeah, here we are. We got to start restocking the glycerin supply today, which involves putting a 270 kilo drum of glycerin on its side and decantering it into 20-liter containers. Super fun when you're doing it manually. Super safe. Alright, match number 1. Continuing our run of fine form from the first league. Losing the die roll. Opponent Queen Ruxiathon. Thotian. Says my opponent is currently 0-0, and they clicked the accept button, but they have not clicked to be on the play. Maybe they're new. I don't know. I guess Modern Horizons probably created a fair bit of excitement, so maybe some new people have joined Magic Online, but at the same time, maybe 2 weeks later they should have worked out the system. Just maybe. Alright, well, his hand is like so good into some matchups. I think I'm going to risk it, even though we don't have an enchantment to let us cast Daybreak. Still got 4, 8, 10, 13, 17, 22 enchantments to draw 2 in 2 turns. I'm going to risk it on the upside. I think even if we stall for a turn, a lot of leagues we might actually win. It's just a burn deck. We might do the thing, right? So opponent takes a mulligan to 6. I don't see any companions from my opponent. Hopefully that means no black. Maybe. We'll find out shortly. Opponent keeps a 5. Oh, Urza's Saga. Fun times, people. Probably Titan. Could be Affinity. It's Titan. Good times. Titan, like, obviously mulligans extremely well. And we're playing a pretty shit deck to be trying to verse a Titan deck. Especially on the end of turn 1 Saga and Amulet of Vigor. That's disgusting, man. That is so fucking gross. When are they going to nerf this deck? Like, it was arguably too strong before Modern Horizons 2 was printed. And now they get Urza's Saga as well? I'm sorry, this is just a bit... And Abundant Harvest, never mind. Oh look, there's a Triad of Elysian Grove for our opponent. They worked hard for that one. Fuck you to the moon and back deck. What the fuck? How do we draw creature fucking land? Come on, man. Ugh. Can I not just, like, once get rewarded tonight? Dude. This is pathetic. I'm going to play into explosives. I mean, that's getting rid of my Force of Negation target. I think I'm drawing Force of Negation. I'm probably losing anyway, so fucking, I don't care. I'm just going to play into it. That's what it is. Opponent casually gets double amulet by turn 3. Like, who on earth, like, why? Why is this a thing? I'm sorry, what the fuck? This is just not fair. This is probably the best deck in Modern by a long stretch at the moment, and I'm going to play it on Thursday for the first time ever. What expedition map? Are you kidding me? What? That is so fucking bizarre. Oh, because what's better than one Urza's Saga? 2 Urza's Sagas. Fuck this, man. What is this shit? Fuck off. Could we actually, like, draw anything at all? No, just, like, 10 fucking turns later and we can't cast anything. Jesus, man. I'm, like, extremely horrified of what's gonna happen here. I think these cards are good. Force of Negation is okay. Not amazing. The Titan deck's running explosives at the moment. A Blast Zone at the moment. They're running explosives in the side. It doesn't look like they've got room in the main. According to this list, they run a one-off expedition map in the main. Guess it makes sense. You gotta chain those Urza's Sagas together, people. You wouldn't want to get too little value off that card. Fuck. Okay. Stalker slow. Okay, and flight's kind of average. Let's just try and be as quick as possible. I've not got that many blue targets in my deck anymore, but I think the other effects are a little bit more desirable. Okay, what do we find here? It's a keep. I think. Probably not. No, this is still shit. Fuck off. Even worse. Cool. Even worse. I don't know what's going on tonight. This is ridiculous, man. Can I not get a creature hand? I am at 4 cards. I'm going to 3. Oh, fuck this shit. Let's get on to the next match. This is a joke. I literally cannot find a creature to save my life. My opponent's slow rolling all of their clicks for some reason, and I'm too fucking tilted to put up with probably 8 minutes of me being beaten while I have a 3-card hand, which is going to get beaten anyway. No. Nope. Not tonight. Alright, so we started well. What even, man? What even? Oh, can we win a fucking die roll? Jesus, dude. What the fuck is going on tonight? Okay, at least I have a capable hand this time. Holy fucking shit. Opponent goes to 6. Dude, the die roll is so important, and out of 7 games tonight, I've won 1. Like, I know that seems maybe like a little bit of a wild overreaction from me, but like, it is extremely tilting in Modern. Not at least going like 40% on the fucking die roll. Like, that's just dumb. Alright. Opponent. Plays some stuff. Cool. It's a 4-color deck. This is Nev to Light, and am I gonna get fucking Kaya's Guiled? Let's attack. This could be being way too cautious. Especially with the Force Negations in hand. But Unblockable is really nice regardless, and our opponent's not giving us much to go off of. That resolves. Gotcha. That, and I'm probably too tilted to just go balls to the wall. Opponent creates a treasure. Okay. Let's hope there's some sort of combo which does not involve Kiki Jiki, because Force Negation is useless, as is Stubborn Denial. We all know how swell Boggles does against combo decks. Shuffle your library, reveal the top card. If it's a non-land card, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Return this to the owner's hand. So they're just going to continue casting this forever if it just goes back to their hand. Let's counter it. Some sort of weird janky combo. They're probably running Emrakul, and they're probably running, there's like a red suspend card. So there's probably Cascade at 3 mana for our opponent. Cascading downwards. And then their like endgame is Emrakul. So, yep. Alright, so we may have missed 4 damage last turn. To deal an extra 5 damage this turn. Just has another one of those things. Alright, hit your Emrakul. Did he have to reveal a card then? No creature cards were put into his graveyard, so he didn't reveal any. Got you. Alright, well... Apparently, we just get to kill our opponent while they do nothing. Because they're going super greedy with the super fat shit. Cool. Counter magic comes in. Deafening Silence definitely comes in. I haven't seen a reason to want Graveyard Hit. I know Soul Snare can... I'm assuming Soul Snare can actually hit Emrakul and exile it when it attacks you, at which point he's probably annihilating 6 and you're probably dead anyway. But the more you know, people. I wish this didn't have to target an attacking creature. It feels bad. It feels like so much worse than Path to Exile, right? Because their prime time gets to get its triggers, their whatever else gets to attack. I mean, Maybe I'm versing bad matchups for it, but I don't know. I think we can expect some sort of explosives type effects from our opponent. Probably trim here. Vigilance isn't that important. Flying isn't that important. And value totem armor. Get into it. Cool, cool, cool. Okie dokie. Hand seems like a keep to me. Better than that Titan hand. At least we have not 4 mana without daybreaks. Okie dokie. We are keeping opponent miles to 5. Of course, if we hit like a another creature, a Glade Cover Scout, we'll lead on the Scout so we can force later on. Right? Makes sense. Green Aura. Let's get Hallowed Fountain here. Play our guy. You would rock up now, wouldn't you? Stupid piece of crap. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pretend my opponent doesn't have a board sweeper. Look at like Scout rocking up exactly 1 turn late. Just as like a little FU, like Nature's Claim, sure. Sure. So they're not Cascade? Question mark. I'm like way less terrified of them if they're not Cascade. Double land and Assassin's Trophy to the grave. He must have hit something pretty decent. Look at us bricking like a pro. Alright, we'll get in there for 5 points. Just continue to ignore our opponent. Assume they're not going to do the thing. Hey, mana! Holy smokes. I think we just kill our opponent over 2 turns here with Bogle attacks. Hold up Hardcast Force of Negation. Although, if they beside you into one of these effects, it's going to be pretty hard to force anything, right? Oh, opponent, you don't know the interaction. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm okay with that. Feel like getting Island is fine. Now we can Rancor and pass, hold up everything. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, look at that uncounterable. It's staring us in the face. Opponent concedes the game. Alright, well that was the most bizarre and lackluster game of Magic I think I played tonight. I don't know, it doesn't feel like winning at that point. Opponent literally just... He cast an Assassin's Trophy. That's all he did in 2 games. Okay. We'll take it. We sort of need free wins at the moment, I suppose. Sad as that may be. Alright, so back on track. 1-1. Going into match number 3 shortly. Let's just hope we don't continue versing Amulet Titan, because that deck is bullshit. I wonder how long until Amulet Titan, like Primeval Titan, actually just sees a ban. Because they've printed that much shit they're not going to want to get rid of. Like, Amulet Titan is probably just the best deck in Modern at the moment. And that's saying a lot with Is It Prowess around, right? And Heliod around as well. Ditch. Keep. Lost our 8th die roll of the night out of 9. Ditch Umbra. Cool. Oh wait, no, we won this one. Never mind. I'm whinging for nothing. We rolled a 3. That's semi-working for it, right? Not really. Oh boy. Oh fucking tops. Let's go. Yeah, Thoughtseize deck's amazing. Love me some Thoughtseize deck. Goodbye Rancor. Maybe Arcane Flight. Maybe Daybreak. I don't know. Probably not Hyena Umbra. Takes the Rancor. Respects the clock. Draws. Yeah, I mean, I'll take the blue mana, but it's not the best. Get that attack happening. Maybe he doesn't have the follow-up discard spell, and maybe... Fuck you. Fuck you to the fucking moon, you piece of shit. Why? Why are we versing Smallpox? Jesus, man. I swear to God, I only ever see this deck when I play Bogles, and if I play Burn, it's just an absentee. What a fucking shit deck, man. We want our Artifact and Enchantment Destruction. Maybe not. Force of Vigor, we definitely want our Stubborn Denial. Lots of creatures are good. Maybe we want to trim on some effects. Totem Armor is good. I don't want to have too many Staggering Insights, just given the way that my opponent's deck works, removing our lands, right? Might just go the Seal of Cleansings and ignore the Force of Vigor. Seal of Cleansing, Stubborn Denial in, those 4 out. Snap Keep. Sound is actually very, very solid. It's missing a land, but is overall extremely above average. Think I'm okay going for Temple Garden here. Seems I don't have any blue 1-drops other than Stubborn Denial. I think it's fine. Discard the Seal of Cleansing. We can get it back with Lurrus later. I mean, of course, we'd miss a land drop. Why would we want to curve out literally ever? Cool. Especially not in, like, a bad matchup, you know. Holy shit, they're playing Urza's Saga? Are you kidding me, man? That's disgusting. This card gets, like, so much grosser the more decks I see it in. So that means you don't have Smallpox? Alright, whatever. Let's get rid of that forever before it strips away our entire hand. Ooh, the rack. Why is the trigger artwork different to the fucking artwork on the card? What are you doing, Magic Online? That's just so pathetic. That is so lazy. Got the Smallpox. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. What the fuck? This is what we call tilt magic right now. I'd probably be doing less damage to myself if I wasn't streaming right now at all. Lost the die roll. Good start. Bob Goon Wild. Good 7, actually. Very, very good 7. So my opponent is currently 1 and 2 also. A fucking black deck. Fuck off. These black decks, man. They'll get you. Maybe it should just be Leyline. Fucking... Get ready for, like, Liliana of the Veil as well. We're probably just versing the same person as last league. No, we're not. That was H. Luca. Just a fucking Tide Hollow Scholar instead. That's just as bad. Cool. Alright. I'm like not liking Force Negation nearly as much right now. Specifically in this league. I still think it's a fantastic card. Let's try to bait our opponent into something, I guess. I can't attack here. Maybe he wants to kill my creature, my Dryad Arbor. Maybe he has that Liliana of the Veil and we're just stopping him from casting it for a turn. You never know. Although, then we're just dead when he untaps, right? I am like very confused about how much discard there is all of a sudden. I have not versed this much discard in like 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks I've seen barely any discard, and now this league, it's going... What the fuck, man? Can you draw any better? Holy shit. Yeah, that was some hard decision making for you just then, opponent. Get ready for the Path to Exile on the Dryad Arbor after I sacrificially attack in with the Slippery Bogle here. Should maybe cycle the Canopy first. It doesn't matter, we're just losing the fucking match. Maybe not. Alright. I don't really think Lurrus to hand there is the smartest. So I'm not going to do it. Cool. You take that Force of Negation, opponent. Smallpox and a Grief deck. Just why? Cycle, cast anything that's not a 2-drop if we cycle. Guess I could fog 2 damage there with the Dryad Arbor, although then... Don't worry, I'm just drawing nothing anyway. Cool. Imagine Magic being semi-even. Alright, we have 1 play, and that play is ignore any kind of discard whatsoever. While my opponent's going to have 2 cards going up to 3. Cycle. Cycle the clearing. Come on, opponent. Why is this a large, slow, needs to think about it for a very long time as to whether or not to attack? Is he scared of me blocking with my Bogle there? Like, I'm not going to. Take it. What bullshit have you got for me? Hard cast a Batterskull. Well, that's not the game over I was imagining. That's still very much game on. Okay. That's more like it. Let's go deck. We don't get any value if we play Lurrus this turn. I guess we play it into removal. They've got one spell in hand, plus Silent Clearing, plus a draw. So they've got 3 cards to have removal here. Even without them having us, if we just deal with their board state, that's still really, really good. Starts with Cycle, excellent. Marsh Flats, good. That sequencing means he drew Marsh Flats. Alright, a 6-minute turn to try and work out what to do with 2 cards in hand and 3 attackers. Uh-huh. So if I block the Germ, that makes his mana super awkward with the equipping of the Battle Skull, and that can eat up 2 turns. Also stops my opponent from gaining life. Specifically bad if they equip across. I don't know why they didn't just start on the equip Grief, and then attack for 7. It's really hard for me to deal with. I guess getting Lurrus off the table is more important than that, though. If we take 6, we go to 3. Gain it back with Daybreak. I think I'm fine blocking the Tide Hollow Scholar. We'll gain the extra life of casting the Spider Umbra. And this should all work out fine. He's got the Fatal Push anyway, does he? Fucking whatever, opponent. I think with sequencing, they don't get to take the effect because they're... No, they do. Okay. Cool. I need to learn my stack layers better here. You're just slow rolling the upkeep. He is not. Get the hell out there, Daybreak. Fight that good fucking fight, my man. 4/4 Vigilance Lifelink is suddenly very cute. They might kill this to prevent me from gaining life. But then they'd have to do that a second time. Cool, we just get it. Awesome, 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 awesome. What a turnaround. Lurrus, the All-Star. Opponent can equip for a 7-power creature. That's not quite good enough. Okay, do you have another player other than make a big creature with Batterskull? You have like 2 cards in hand, man. Come on, it can't be that complex. Come on. Tap, untap, tap, untap. Stoneforge Mystic, so they're going to get sort of Feast and Famine. Try to fuck us over. Gotcha. That seems like a significantly better play than equipping Batterskull. Oh, they get the Caldra. 7 mana, 5/5 first strike, trample indestructible haste. We fucking brick. Come on, deck, man. Might make them think something's in hand by not playing the breeding pool because it doesn't really matter. Alright, you got another Malakar Rebirth opponent? You do not. Let's enchant the Invisible Stalker, the one that can deal damage. Seems kind of nice. So if opponent draws mana here, they can actually equip the Batterskull onto the Caldra. And have a 9 power indestructible thing. There's another Tidehollow Scholar from my opponent. Well, we got the trigger out of it. That's good. Attack me, opponent. I dare you. I dare you, damn it. Rancor. That's what I'm talking about. That is a very, very nice draw. Please just block with Tidehollow Scholar and not know what Trample does for some reason. I think they need to keep their Germ alive, but okay, apparently not. Is this still equip cost of 7 as well? It is. Blocking with Germ it has indestructible. Wait, why would they block with anything other than Germ? What am I thinking? What are they thinking? I don't think this one has lifelink though. Oh, okay. It exiles my creature. Gotcha. Very interesting. So my opponent can presumably gain 9 life next turn. So we need to try and deal 12 damage, which is going to be pretty difficult. Alright. Sucks how they deal damage to our creature there, right? So at this point, we have to assume that our opponent cannot interact with our Lurus. Then we can double aura. Adding 5 power. Attack for 12 and kill my opponent. Just imagining the scene from the OG Star Wars with old Luke. If you strike me down now, I'll become more powerful than you can ever imagine. Strike down the Bogle. Here comes the Stalker. The unblockable version. That's what we're talking about. It's a wild game. It's like so back and forth. Seems like a good draw. And that should be a lethal. Alright, just for the swagger, get in there, attack, gain all the life, draw the card. It says first strike, so attacking with any other creature is inting. Unlucky on that unblockable stat. Okay, go team. I feel like we're extremely fortunate then, and I fear for our lives in this next game. On the draw, we probably still want Force of Negation. I can see us keeping in our flying because it's kind of good. Minusing like 1 to 2 staggering insight. Spider Umbra seems kind of shit, so we'll just get rid of that. Seems good enough to me. Alright, there'll be no striking down of Obi-Wan Kenobi today. Apart from when it lets me win, right? Oh, getting into it. Bob Goon Wild. Wild with some crazy deck. Oh, good old. Gotta love mulliganing against a discard deck. Yeah, cool. Yeah, gotta love mulliganing against a discard deck still. Super awkward. Yes, we keep. I think we have to lose Daybreak, unfortunately, and Staggering Insight's so good at getting us back into it is the only thing. Staggering Insight's probably just greedy. No Grief, no Discard, no Thoughtseers, no Inquisition. Hell yeah, I'll take it. Let's waste no time. Get our guy down. Get ready for like a random smallpox here. Tapped for white and then he untapped it. Okay. Is our opponent packing Blessed Alliance? If he is, let's get rid of it now. With Double Stalker. Really? No Blessed Alliance? Odd. Let's get out of Stalker. They could have Liliana or something. Look, my opponent, he's got the card, he's got the Grief card, man. It's a shame if I wanted to, like, force a negate this, man. We're getting so pummeled for not having Leyline of Sanctity here instead of Force. Cool, just ephemerate. Nothing to be concerned about, people. We just lose our whole hand. They might actually have another effect again. It's like exiles as well, so I can't even get it back. Just... Oh wait, no, it doesn't exile, it just discards. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It's interesting they gave us the Rancor there instead of the Invisible Stalker. I'm very confused by that. Did they misclick, or is this like... Choose target non-land card from it. Very bizarre. They're playing so much like they have Blessed Alliance, but they just don't. Stoneforge Mystic. And Stoneforge Mystic finds Caldra. Better Batterskull. Here he is. Are they ephemerating their Stoneforge for more value? That's pretty gas and annoying. Oh, they exiled a Vindicate. Interesting. What an odd card to go after. Like, sure, you exile it, it's gone. But, like, why do I care? It's my question to you, opponent. Why do I freaking care? I care about me never drawing another fucking aura this entire match. That's what I care about. Life's a concern. Hopefully we don't get screwed. Did they have to give Caldra haste? That just seems so excessive, man. So we're getting attacked for 8 here. This has trample. I'll take my block. Oh, it has menace, right. Okay, gotcha. I won't take my block. I'll take my damage. Good sir. So that's first strike, so it just deals more damage than we can deal with. Cool. Alright, so in this spot, force out. Goodbye, force. Auras. You can come back in. And maybe Stubby D as well. Get rid of, what, 1 Spider Umbra? Cool. That'll do. Stubby D, good against Ephemerate. I don't really think we want Soul Snare, but... yeah, maybe it's good. I don't know. Actually... is Suppression Field good enough here? Too late. Too late to select it. Seems slow but decent, like... yeah. I'm gonna keep... short of grief, we're fine. Play out our Stalker. They're probably griefing this turn, plus Ephemerate would be my guess. It says what they did last game, but maybe they just have nothing to do. Very interesting. Start the card draw train. It is leaving the station. Hold up Stubborn Denial. It's... I guess maybe I don't have to hold up Stubborn Denial. I kind of feel safer if I do, though. Go on, jam that Liliana of the Veil that you're frothing over, opponent. Do it. Do it. Double white. Oh, just a Skyclave apparition. Is that all? I'd like everybody to get ready for some Ephemerate action. Let's go our hardest though. We got Stubborn Denial for specifically Ephemerate. If they've got a follow-up Skyclave, then that's what it is. Put them to 9. 1 enchantment off being dead. Go on, do it. Do it. Oh, you were so scared about that 1 mana, opponent. I'll take it. Fuck out of here with your prismatic ending shit, opponent. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to see it. Alright, well they just have the next one anyway. Still getting an attack for 5 here. Our opponent gonna have a hard time gaining life. Lowers to hand, Dried Arbor down, pass. Alright. So, opponent needs to interact with 3 auras. We need to blank on an aura. And taking Luras isn't necessary for them to win. They need to interact with 3 auras and then somehow start putting down something that can start getting life. Also, they can't even do that because their silent clearings hurt them. I think they're just boned. BDC, more Bant Bogles. You wish you could afford the upgrade, but Force Negation costs as much as the full deck. Hey BDC, welcome back. How's your day been, man? Honestly, at the moment, I think there's a very strong argument to be running Leyline of Sanctity instead of the Force Negations, given how this league has been going for me. Versus 2 discard decks, one of which was a Smallpox deck. And sorcery. I don't see how we get punished for blocking this thing. I don't see how we get rewarded for blocking it either, really. We get like a 2-2 best case scenario. I don't care about that. Cool, they have the Ephemerate. Whatever, that doesn't matter. It's so sad when your only effect that does this opponent is white and you got double silent clearing and no life. Prismatic ending, sure. Deal with even the 1 power of Invisible Stalker. Invisible Stalker is fucking gas, man. Oh, what a card. What a card. Scout on top. Well, the top of our library was not going to help us there. Man, that was some skin of the teeth stuff just then. Another option as well, BDC. I know, like, Force Negation's at a crazy price at the moment. I'm going to assume it's going to come down. I'm not really sure why it inflated by so much, because I can't imagine that many more people were buying Force Negations or buying into Modern because of the new set release, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's been an influx of players, or an influx of players wanting to play blue, possibly because of Shardless Agent, right? And either Living End or Crushing Footfall builds. But yeah, you can just run Stubborn Denial instead of Force as well. That's mostly okay. I ran with like 2 Force for a while. I think I ran with 3 initially. Sold 1 because the price went up to like 80 ticks. Was it higher than that? I don't know. Went down to 2 and then decided that it was just a really good card. Alright, so match number 5. Lost the die roll versus Bruno Minario. This is my opponent is currently an 0-0, last seen 14 days ago, playing a blue deck. Are you kidding me? Why can't I copy that? Okay, well, try doing that. Try doing that. Try doing that. That. What blue deck is this? Is this Living End? Oh, it's Affinity. 14 days ago playing Affinity. I'll risk it for against Affinity. Show me green mana. Oh, this is not Affinity. Alright, any case, show me green mana. Ignoble Hierarch. Now that is what I'm talking about. Temple Garden. It's another Yawgmoth deck here. You bought into Green White Bogles for 100 ticks on Moto and spent 500 on paper for it. You had to make very few changes since 2004, yeah. Well, that's what Modern's supposed to be, right? Like, man. Fucking turn 2 Liliana. Fuck off, man. Get your shit out of here, opponent. That's what Modern's supposed to be like until like Hasbro became majority stakeholder, and now it's all about doubling profits during COVID, which is absolutely disgusting, in my opinion, as far as the mission statement is concerned. We should be able to lose the Spider Umbra here, fine. Opponent discarding Dark Confidant. And there's the Thoughtseize. I fucking knew it was coming, man. I didn't say it, but I knew it. Let's see how many more Thoughtseizes our opponent's got. Like, this is the 3rd Thoughtseize deck where Leyline would have been fucking amazing this league. Instead, we're just getting slapped around. No, Jund has always had to shell out money for good new cards. But you should be able to spend like maybe $100 on a new set or something, right? Opponent just fucking rips the Tarmogoyf after all of that shit. That'd be right. Alright, we're going to lose our Bogle, and Then we're going to need to draw some trample or something, or are we going to get, like, just fucking destroyed by main deck Lily? I don't know what is prompting people to be running around with main deck Lily again, but obviously it's really bad for me if I'm not using Thoughtseize, and they are. Where did that thing go? Stay there, chat screen. You have fun playing Bogos, so you've been lucky to spend very little money on the game. Yeah, a lot of people spend a lot of money on the game, right? That's the way business works, really. I don't know, I'm like not super opposed to spending money. I just wish they wouldn't completely destroy existing archetypes. For some reason, sorcery speed stomp is quite important. Oh, abrupt decay. Fucking what else do you want to freaking rip out of your butthole, opponent? Ticks up. I don't know how I'm winning here. I Lurus, he pluses, I discard. I think I have to wait an extra turn. Liliana is just very unfortunate. Maybe if I draw Arcane Flight, actually, that could be really strong. If I break on a card as well, I can be too scared to attack with that. Damn, he's attacking. So the question is, Lurus to hand, use Horizon Canopy as discard fodder, or search for an enchantment. I've got 3 Arcane Flights, 4 Rancors. Only the 3 Arcane Flight would let me kill Liliana without losing my creature. If I can somehow get to a stage where I resolve Lurus, I'm just dead to attacks. So I guess I'm cycling Canopy here. Opponent is like drawing ridiculously well, by the way. Suck at 3 mana and just 3 mana on turn 5, just hitting that gas button. All gas all the time. Card does not win me the game. I needed pretty much Daybreak Coronet at that spot, and then he'd chump block with the Ignoble, and then I need to draw something to deals with Liliana. It just fucking sucks. Like, this is a 3rd black deck, and I have not got ley lines. It is such a fucking nerf to me not having that. Soul Snare seems semi-decent, but that's only when it's attacking. When it's blocking, it doesn't do much. Maybe Soul Guide Lantern is better. Is that Abrupt Decay? That was Abrupt Decay, not Assassin's Trophy, of course. Suppression Field, definitely a yes. I feel like we bring in our Stubborn Denial. Probably take out like 3 forces. Leave 1 force in. Take out Spider Umbras. Take out a Hallowed Fountain as well. We'll submit. We'll get into it. We'll see what happens. You've been mainboarding 2 paths and 4 ley lines. For me, I think that's too many non-auras. I've like done the 6 flex slot thing before, and I don't really like it. Okay, well this hand is just really shit to a turn 1 Thoughtseize. So I think I'm gonna mulligan. Alright, this hand is much better. I'll keep. Bottom of mana source. Guy pass. Maybe I should look at doing another green-white league with main deck Leyline. Like, whatever the fuck's going on here is making me want to do it more. I really want to blow my opponent's Liliana out of the water here with Stubborn Denial. I'm going to do reasonably aggressive play that should do exactly that. No blocks from my opponent's side. Jam that Lily, opponent. Jam it to high hell. Yes, he's fetching. He's doing it. He's doing it, BDC. Get the fuck out of here, Liliana. Hell to the no. Hey, look, we can continue playing around Liliana, thankfully. With our 1 million creatures. This card has no power here. Why'd I even counter it? What was I thinking? Million power Tarmogoyf. Seems about right. Renin 6 as well. Okay. So much for missing land drops. No, they kill the Dryad Arbor. That's questionable. It's like very questionable. Let's kill the Renin 6. Dryad Arbor already in the grave. We might as well fetch for just a shock land. Untapped. Hallowed Fountain. That'll do it. And yeah. Tax. Exalted. Yeah, ouch. My butthole. You got me. No follow-up, man. This just fucking screams Assassin's Trophy effect. I forgot Ignoble Hierarch tapped for damage there. I'm just going to attack. I'm dead to Lightning Bolt, but whatever. I want to try and win the match, not joke about. Some sort of circle. Shumi doesn't have Lightning Bolt or Renin 6. Pretty low odds. Colligan's Command. Stomp. Alright, whatever. Like, looks like we just can't buy a win, man. Not against, like, that level of fucking Thoughtseize, dude. What a joke. Arcane Flight on top, so we're 1 damage off killing him from the top card. We don't win by blocking, though, and, like, we did the right line, even though we didn't get rewarded. Definitely feels bad, though. Alright, let's do the thing we always do. Leyline to the main deck here. Start removing some of these forces to the sideboard. It's really going to constrict our sideboard. If we're going to run into discard, we need Leyline main deck or sideboard. One or the other. Look, I don't know. Actually, maybe it's Leyline sideboard and force main deck. Because we're not... Realistically, we're not going to run into that many discard decks, right? Right? Maybe. Soul Snare just seems like complete poo-poo. I just want Path back. Probably 2 to 3 copies, given how my sideboard's looking at the moment. I don't know if I have room for Stubborn Denial. Minus the suppression fields, minus the Seal of Cleansing. That is a makeshift way on how to fit Leyline into my sideboard. Main deck wise, I don't know. I feel like maybe I do want some number of Curious Obsessions. That number is probably literally only 2. And the cards to make way are probably an Arcane Flight and a Sentinel's Eyes. And yeah, that's the deck we're finished with. Alright. Well, yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the content, even though we were getting slapped about and I was getting tilted. Whatever, shit happens. It's part of Magic, right? But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful day. And for anyone watching on YouTube, let me know what you think in the comments below. Was that some mad variance, or was it just was it just a tilted night for me? I don't know. But yeah. Cheers so much, guys. GG's, BDC. Have a wonderful day, man. I'll catch you later. Thanks a lot.